Stadium on the campus of Duke University, and customarily a trip here involves a journey to K-ville. Instead, you will be engulfed by the Wade Wackos, the Duke fans ready for their Blue Devils to go to work. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sun Devils will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. The Blue Devils offense will have the first possession of the game. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this high-powered offense, squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
And how about that? A lot of coaches talk about being aggressive and we're going to take shots, but then they get conservative in the game. But first drive, coming out, showing this defense we are not afraid to throw the ball deep. Might keep that defense a little bit more conservative.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets the job done, picking up the first down and getting down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option, the give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The play-action fake. Here's a heat. Oh, he's got a chance. Past the 45. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. From the gun, running back gets the give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere from...
He'll take a shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Brown. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They want to run this quarterback. There he goes.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the first down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
The Blue Devils are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. On the move. Fighting off the defender. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you've got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They're going to ride this running back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Shoots it to the left. Finds a man by himself. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Sims. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. Your pass rush comes through for you and you create a negative play.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass. Under fire. With the catch, it's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Finds the tight end. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And his throw is incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Arizona State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Well, now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
That makes the score Arizona State 14-0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's King. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Right on the money. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Field inside Wallace Wade Stadium.
The Blue Devils will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Back to throw, it's Sims. That's caught. It's Brown. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Here's the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Pulls it in. It's King. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Spins away from the defense. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Gives it on the option. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Blue Devils are on the move. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. 3rd quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Wants to go up top. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Duke! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Sims. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's McClain. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Blue Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. Period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll try the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go with the football.
And the Blue Devils come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the marker, it's Brown. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Blue Devils are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Blue Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeper. Oh, he's got some space.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Quarterback on the keeper. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. The give. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the back. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Sims. Got a man, it's Moss. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Wants to return it. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Hand off from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw on 1st down. Plucks it out of the air. Come out on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the 4th. The Blue Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Little. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bid up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Direct snap. Touchdown, Duke! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to pass, it's Sims. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one.